Good morning, YouTube. Clemson Clint coming at you from a beautiful Northwest Alabama Sunday morning. Just thought I'd talk a little bit about last night's game against Florida Atlantic. Things that I saw that I liked, things that I didn't like. Let's start out with the things that I liked. I liked that Cade played with a lot of confidence. He played, for the most part, mistake-free football. I mean, he made some bad throws or whatever, but no pick sixes. That was a big thing. I was proud to see that he didn't throw that just horrible interception yesterday. And anyway, I was pleased with his overall performance. I thought he did a good job. Receivers, getting open, creating separation, that was a big plus. Of course, it was Florida Atlantic, and they didn't seem to be too good of an opponent. But, overall, I was pleased. Defense looked terrific. That defensive line, I tell you what, there's some hosses out there. And I was really pleased with the defensive line. And, of course, even the secondary play. The secondary play was good yesterday. I'll tell you what I didn't like, though, and I hate to call individual players out, but I'm not gonna use his name. But if you watched the game last night and you're a Clemson fan, you saw the argument between one of our players and one of our assistant coaches, and man, that was just a bad look. That was a bad look. You just can't allow that to happen. Then, what really disappointed me is that he went back into the game. And maybe I'm just old school. Maybe I have an old way of thinking about things, but you just can't let that go. You can't let that sort of thing go and have cohesion on your team. That's just my opinion. I know it's a new age. I know we got NIL and all this other stuff, but the old school in me just says, man, he's got to sit the rest of that game and probably pay the price at practice the next week. And I'm not saying that's not going to happen. I'm not going to say that there's no repercussion. But if we're honest with ourselves, after that, it seemed like the air was let out of the football. I mean, they were just flat after that, because that was right before the end of the first half. And then going into the second half, man, we just looked flat on offense. Defense continued to play great, but after that, I mean, it was like the game was flat. But anyway, we ended up winning big, and looked good overall. I was pleased. Dabo was pleased after the game in the press conference and everything like that. But he's, Dabo does Dabo, and he's always going to be positive. And that's what I like about Dabo. I mean, he's all about his players. Always has been about his players. Always going to be about his players. But that brings us to Florida State. Florida State coming to the Valley next week, 12 o'clock kickoff. A lot of people are upset about it being a 12 o'clock kickoff, but when you're unranked, I mean, it doesn't, I guess, nationally make a big deal. They don't make a big deal about it, when you're unranked. So it is what it is. We're going to have to play them at noon. I don't know what to think about the game. I really think we've got a good chance of beating Florida State. I know everybody's picking Florida State, and rightfully so. They're ranked, undefeated. So we're going to have to take care of business. I think we're going to have to play basically a mistake-free ball game. I think we're going to have to play a mistake-free ball game in order to beat Florida State. They showed vulnerabilities yesterday against Boston College. Boston College come out and played a really good game and gave them all they wanted. So who knows, man? But I think Clemson wins by a touchdown next Saturday, and we'll see. Looking forward to it, but we'll just have to see what's going to happen. But hey, guys, I appreciate everybody watching this video. Hoping to build the channel, hoping more and more people will watch. If you got suggestions, or you don't like something, or whatever, just let me know. Out here getting ready for church, about to go to church, and just sitting out here enjoying this weather. It's probably, I don't know, 75 degrees out here on a beautiful Alabama Sunday morning. I apologize for the traffic noise in the background. I live on a pretty busy road, so if the sound quality's not that good, I apologize. And anyway, looking forward to next week. Big matchup. Everybody tune in, watch the Tigers, and hopefully pull them on to victory. Until then, I'll see you next time. Clemson Clint. Go Tigers.